Hi guys, I hope you're doing so well. Hey, yeah, I've been quite a stranger. I've had so many people ask, when are you sharing again? When are your videos coming? And um, man, I enjoy doing these videos, but I've been at a really interesting time, a very interesting time, a very interesting time of transition. So yes, I haven't been posting quite a lot. To be honest with you guys, that is honest. He's really been dealing with me, really been dealing, or rather helping me, walking with me, and helping me let go of some of the fears I've had, and because of them, as a result of those fears, I've found myself wanting to have control a lot. And when you want to have control a lot, irrespective of what you know about dad being a loving father in your mind, um, it's very hard for you to let go and to trust that actually my life is no longer my own. I am the bride of Christ. I'm part of being the bride of Christ, and as the groomsman, or as the groom, sorry, he takes very seriously his bride, and he nurtures his bride, and he takes care of his bride, and he heals his bride. He's gone before his bride. He is my leader. God, Jesus, is the leader of my life, and I've had to really learn how to surrender, fully surrender. Letting go of certain disappointments, letting go of certain fears that dad won't take care of me. But yeah, so that's why I haven't been posting a lot. I really wanted to get to a place where in certain areas, I fully believe that God is an amazing father. It's not nice to share with people what you are not fully believing. And that was just in the area of honestly letting go, letting go, surrendering to Him, because He's worth it and He's trustworthy. And it's easy for us to say these things, but it's another thing, especially when you walk in intimacy with God, to say, Dad, you know what? I believe these, I know these in my mind, but help me in my heart. Help me in my heart. Let's deal with the wounds in my heart that have caused me to want to take control. Let's deal with the wounds in my heart that have caused me to want to strive and not really believe that you've taken care of it all. Help me with the wounds in my heart so that I don't walk around in this life, or in this journey called life, feeling as though I'm an orphan, that I don't have a father who has gone ahead of me, who will provide according to my need, a father who honestly takes the need of his children to consideration and seriously. Help me understand that in my heart, and deal with certain hurts, certain wounds, and certain areas in my heart where have caused me to have a wall when it comes to those areas. Like, yeah, Dad, I can trust that you're an amazing father. I can trust that you love. I can trust that, man, you are mindful of me. But in this area, when it comes to really, without me having to ask you, you have gone ahead of me and you've paved the way for me. Honestly, help me believe that. And so that's what I had to go through. And I really want to encourage you as well that it's not easy opening our hearts to the Lord. And so that's why it's easy to function from a place of servanthood, like, oh, I'm a servant of God and therefore I function this way. But when it comes to really walking intimately with God and functioning from a place of sonship, from a place of identity and intimacy with the Lord, it honestly requires you to open up areas in your heart, to open up your whole heart and be like, you know what, God, man, like this I trusted you here, and this is what happened. Let's go through that. Let's process that together, because I felt hurt when this didn't happen. I felt offended by you, Dad, and I'm speaking to you because it's intimacy. Dad wants that. When you have intimacy with the Lord and friendship with God, He requires and He desires that you're able to speak to Him. I didn't want to share this, but let me give you a quick story. I think it's in 2013. I'm not too sure. My second year. Now, I went through quite a lot. I don't know. Yo, that year. My goodness. I went through quite a lot. My God, like He knows. And I remember, because of a lot of fear, I couldn't even sleep in my own room. I have beautiful people who were there in that season of my life. I slept in my friend's room, and sometimes I'd alternate to my other friend's room who were in res and UCT, and I couldn't sleep on my own because of a deep rooted fear, you know. And it's also because certain things have happened which I don't really want to go into in this video today. But I remember I was so angry. I was so angry at Dad. And I remember this one day I had to submit something on campus, and I went to campus in a jammy. It's a shuttle basically. And on my way back from handing in the assignment, I remember walking up the stairs with so many people coming down from the jammy, you know, looking at me. I did not care. It felt like there was no one else there, and I was crying. I was sobbing. People were probably looking at me like, what's wrong with this girl? But I was sobbing. I got into a jammy, and on our way back to res, I got into my room and I was like, you know what, I'm tired of being afraid. I'm going to unpack and start living in my room again. And I remember unpacking. I remember the Holy Spirit. Oh my goodness, the Father heart of the Holy Spirit. I remember him saying, sit down and speak to me. That day I sat down and I was honest. I was so vulnerable with God. And I said, God, I'm angry at you. I said, I'm angry at you. I feel like, where are you? Why are you allowing this to happen to me? And I think in that moment, I released so much that I was holding on. That was an open door to God allowing his truth to honestly set me free. And so this was not even, I was not wanting for this to go here, but I want you guys to understand that in order for you to walk in intimacy with God, you are going to have to be vulnerable with God. And sometimes it might not be easy maybe for now speaking it to God, but you will need to get to a place where you maybe start off writing it, write to the Father how you feel. You know, write to the Father what you've thought and what you've understood about a certain situation, and allow the Holy Spirit to then give you his perspective, his truth, his understanding, to enlighten your understanding, that you may know your Father's heart towards you, that you may know that in areas where the enemy tried to accuse God to you, he may give you the truth so you may walk in freedom. Because a lot of the times when we go through heartache and when we are wounded, the enemy will always accuse God to you, will always give you a different understanding or a different vision or different revelation of who God truly is, to make you offended or to keep you in that offense, or to keep you in that anger, or to keep you in that frustration, or to keep you in that woundedness, so that he can honestly condemn you more and shame you more and keep you in that bondage. But see, the Lord has come to set us free. And what the Father wants to do is speak into those areas of woundedness, speak into those areas of fear, speak into those areas of fear, of control, and that may be coming from something that happened to you when you were young, so that you may get an understanding of his heart towards you, because that gives us strength. When we know that God is for us, and when we know his heart and his mind towards us and how good his thoughts are, they give us strength. And you are able to walk in intimacy with the Lord. So I exhort you, be able to be vulnerable with God. It's not nice to function, you know, from a place of servanthood. It's amazing, all the more to function from a place of sonship, function from a place of unity with God, function from a place of vulnerability and honesty with God. It is amazing. So I actually wanted to share something, but I think I won't. I bless you and I'm praying for you. And I love you. I will start sharing again soon. Yeah, I love you. And honestly, I'm praying for you. Really, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. Bye.